here on the matter of, it looks like, well, let me swear you in.
I think we went through that the last time.
Okay, okay. And can you, do you know why this has been referred back here? I had understood that this was going to the judge, so.
We had a court hearing about, maybe a month and a half ago, I'm feeling. And please don't quote me on that exact time.
It said it was on the court docket for July 20th.
It was on the court docket. I have a pending motion to dismiss a counterclaim that was filed after final judgment was entered. And so the judge had, I believe, referred it back to the master commissioner for a ruling on that motion.
Okay.
And so that's what I believe we're here for today.
Okay. All right.
Mason, we actually called you. You never returned our phone call. We was kind of wondering why you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I recorded your voicemail when we called you,
Okay.
and I told you that I left it for Janine to call back, and we never heard from you.
Well,
Remember, I think that when you came out of the office, out of the courtroom, that you gave me your phone number to call, and we called and never did hear from you. So we was just kind of wondering what was that about?
I can't speak with you if you're not on this phone. So I can't speak with you.
No, he actually called for me because I wasn't able to call, but he had left my number and my name for you.
Well, I have no information of that.
Okay, you just think.
Right.
Not a problem.
Well, so were you trying to work this out, or what?
Well, we had questions.
Yes, we wondered why that they never provided any evidence that their contract met all the requirements of a legal obligation.
Which is pretty much everything that we've continuously had in our documentation over and over again.
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Which was there is this legal document that's constantly, used, that Caliber or U.S. Bank, I'm not real sure who has what at this point, has purchased from Beneficial. That's what this is about, because I don't feel that they actually have a real contract that can be legally binding, and all I've asked was for that to be, the actual contract to be provided, and
with documentations that it meets all the obligations of legal obligations.
Okay. Well, let's see if I get this was wrong.
there's an immense amount of things.
Well, there was a judge
Excuse me, the last commissioner just disregarded the asking of the question. Could Caliber Homes at that time provide evidence that the contract met the requirements of a legal obligation? And it's been repeatedly refused from this office, and looks like the courthouse as well, that they will not require them to provide evidence that they have a legal obligation.
well, that would have the judgment that adjudicated that was in effect. It's been in effect since March of this year. And let me see what had happened. 14 CI 401.
Is there anyone in this room that's recording anything?
Yes.
We're not. This is.
I believe this gentleman's recording this session.
Yes, I was recording it.
Okay. Well, if you would like to have a recorded conversation, I think I didn't ask in advance. This is not. Let me go back and get a tape, and we'll. Right. And the reason for this hearing is to review and as a status hearing to outline this for the court, and to the extent there's a pending motion, I believe there is a pending motion to review that for the court as well. And so I had called this hearing just to follow up and to ascertain, in particular, what has occurred with the July 20th hearing that went to the court. Didn't have those records, and to see what we have. And so we had started this, and I've got this on the record with this, but we had actually started this in advance. I had not asked if you all would like to have a copy or would like to have this recorded, and I guess the plaintiff's counsel has noted that you were recording this. So.
Yes, I was.
So we'll go ahead and put this on the court record. You certainly are entitled to do, or into the record, you're entitled to that.
And I believe he is still recording as well.
Yeah, she didn't say I couldn't, though, did you?
I don't, is there an objection to this?
There's an objection, number one, to his presence because he's not a party to the case. And number two, the court, which this is a wing of, has a standing order of people not being allowed to use cell phones and record proceedings during the extension of court proceedings, whether it be physically in the courthouse or here as being a wing of the courts. We've noted an objection on 2 levels.
Okay, well, and I think that is reasonable in terms of a standing procedural rule in the court system to not record. But I do note that, of course, we don't have video here. But to the extent we're just...
And that's fair. I just wanted to note it, ma'am. That's fine.
And I think I'm going to have to, in light of the objection, I'll need to ask you to not record this. In light of the objection and the standing rule for the court procedures. So that because there's only one official